Hello and welcome to this new video. In this episode I'll be telling you the basics of goalkeeping. So personally I think there are 7 main things you need to look at if you want to be a goalkeeper. So the first thing is positioning, then handling, then high balls, then the ability to dive, then simple distribution, then good footwork, then finally communication. So in this video I'll go into detail in all of those things and if you work on all of these you'll start becoming a good goalkeeper.
So the first and most important in my opinion is positioning. So if you get your positioning right, it will make most, if not all, shots a lot easier to save. One of the most important things while positioning yourself is to stay in line with the ball. So this means you always want to keep your chest in line with the ball. What you want to do is stay on your toes and always side shuffle and always stay square to where the ball is, so don't ever turn your back on the ball. When positioning, you don't want to stand on your goal line as it makes the goal look a lot bigger, whereas if you come off your line, the further you come out, the smaller the goal looks to the striker. But then keep in mind that the further you come out, the easier it is to get chipped. So you want to find the perfect positioning so you don't get chipped that often, so you can cover behind you, but also you're not making it too easy for the striker to put it into the corners. Personally, I like to add a little bounce to my movement as I just think it's easier to then spring off and react to the shot. But obviously your set position is down to you, how you feel comfortable. If you get your positioning right, it's a lot easier to save the shots. So you won't need to stretch as far as you would if you were stood on your line. So the next thing you want to look at is handling. So most managers would want the keeper to stay in control of the ball and catch most shots. This is just because it's a lot easier to keep possession if the keeper catches shots as opposed to parry it out, so the defenders have to deal with it. So what you want to do is catch most shots that come at you, and by doing that you want to use a W technique and catch on top of the ball so you can pat it down, and also try and get your body or chest behind the ball. If you work at a younger level, you want to try and work on getting your body behind the ball and catching it on the upper quarters of the ball, as it's easier to stay in control of the ball, because if you don't catch it, it'll go to your feet. But then once diving, you don't want to use that technique, as you want to get your hands on the side of the ball and then claw it in. Next thing you want to look at is attacking high balls. So most people aren't that confident at attacking high balls, and the only thing you can do to work on that is practice. So what you want to do is be confident and call keepers or your name while going up to the ball, so strikers and your defenders know that that ball is yours. What you want to do is practice using dummies or people to get in the way so you get used to impact while jumping up for the ball. What you want to make sure you do is never lose eye contact with the ball, and make sure you get your hands behind the ball and make the decision early if you want to catch it or punch it. If you do punch it, make sure you get it away from danger. You want to make sure you catch it at the highest point. This means that attackers won't be able to get there before you, as you can reach a lot higher than they can. Next thing you want to look at is a simple ability to dive. So you want to make sure that you have a good set position and you step into the shot. Instead of staying on your line, if you step too far forward, you'll end up saving it behind you, as you have one less second to react to the shot. If you step behind you, if you step flat, you'll end up making a shot behind you and then either parrying it into the goal or just making a bad save. So what you want to do is make sure you step a bit in front of you but not too far, so you meet the ball on the ball line. So you always want to try and catch the ball, but if not, try and parry it away from danger, and always keep your eyes on the ball, never lose contact with the ball. Next thing you want to look at is simple distribution. So lots of managers these days are wanting the keeper to play out from the back. So you want to be able to have accurate passes, throws and kicks. If you just kick it into the middle of the pitch, there's 50-50 chance that your team will win it mid-air. When taking it, if you get a pass back, you always want to make your first touch within 2 steps of your body, so you stay in control of the ball. And also don't panic when under pressure, and just think about where you're going to pass it and don't panic. There are lots of different techniques for kicks, throws, passes, so just work on lots of different passes from the feet, rollouts, throws, side volleys, punts and just stuff like that, just to try and work on your accuracy so your team has a better chance of keeping possession. Next thing you want to look at is good footwork. So this links in with distribution, as 70% of a goalkeeper's time in match they spend with the ball at their feet and 30% with the ball in their hand. That means that a goalkeeper spends a lot more time with the ball at their feet than in their hands. and this links back to that your manager will want you to play out from the back. So therefore, don't just pick the ball up and smash it up. Always try and take a touch and just play it around the defence. Next thing is communication. So you always want to stay in control of the defence, and you always want to almost act like a second captain if you're not captain. So always talking, always commanding your defence and telling them where the opposition are.
So thanks for watching this video. If this video has helped you in any way, please leave a like down below, and also comment down below how long you've been playing as a goalkeeper. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you're around here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.